Boosie didn't have no time, so they couldn't put him in population anyway. He didn't have time. He was fighting the charge.
Speaking of Angola, and I got two questions. I got a question I don't think nobody's ever asked Diesel. So I'm gonna ask him today.
Okay.
But Boosie's headed to prison on that plea deal. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
On one hand, I don't believe he's gonna do time because he's been to that White House. I believe he's gonna pardon. But on the other hand, he don't do no more than a year if he do.
How you feel about him going? Like
I always put it on nobody.
Okay. Not even on your worst enemy.
I do. I don't know why people say that. I want him in there. Suffer.
I prefer him these days than okay. So go to prison and suffer. Okay.
And this question I've been wanting to ask. I said, everyone always asks Terrence. They always ask Gangsta about Boosie. And him and Boosie got into it for about 2 months? How long we got beefing? About that protective custody.
I don't know, it's a minute though. Boosie want to keep my career off.
Exactly. He got him jumping. So I'm gonna ask you this question. I listened to an interview. You said that pretty much you were working with people who were on death row, guys that did horrible things. But to me, when I listened to you, it sounded like you had the keys to the prison, pretty much. Like you knew what was happening.
Right.
I'm asking you that was in Angola. Was Boosie in protective custody?
No.
Okay. He was not.
No.
Okay. So we can set that record straight. He said it and Gangsta said it as well, but I'm like, you're the only one that I know who was probably in Angola during that time. So this coming from the mouth, from the faucet.
He wasn't, Charlie Hankton, C. Murder, all them guys was in the same place where Boosie was because of their fame, They're not gonna just throw them in population not knowing what's going on. They never done no celebrity that.
So they're not in there with y'all, but they're in a section with them.
Yeah, they're on the death row. There's a tip called CCR.
CCR.
Where that row is located at.
Okay.
Got 2 CCR tiers. They was on those tiers there. Yeah. They weren't actually on the tier with the guy that was gonna get killed for got a death row. No. You got all kinds of people up there. M13, MS13s, and all kinds of stuff. Crips blood,
Okay.
high profile cases.
Okay, so you said he was in CCR, which is in death row. So technically, when he said he was on death row, he wasn't on death row, but he was in death.
In the death row building.
He was in a death row building.
He was in the death row building.
So he's communicating with other death row inmates, possibly.
Oh, unless he holler through the vent, you never see each other.
Okay.
They never see each other.
Okay.
His tiers are locked down.
Okay, so it's all locked down, and they would have like him, C. Murder, and what was the other cat that you talked about?
Telly Hankton, Lee Lucas, all guys with big names that had big money on the streets before they got up there.
So you being an inmate, and even though you moved around, did you ever see those guys?
Yeah.
Like the C. Murder and T.
Yeah, yes indeed.
Okay. So were they out on like in the yard with everybody?
Well, yeah, because they had life sentences. Boosie didn't have no time, so they couldn't put him in population anyway. He didn't have time.
Okay.
He was fighting the charge.
Okay, so when you have like C. Murder had time.
Yeah, life sentence. So he was, after you come, after a few months, they see that he all right, then they can throw him in population. Yeah.
And the way Boosie described Angola, and of course here in Texas, I didn't know what Angola was until the social media came. Because we dealing with state prisons, we thinking about Bloody Beaumont. We think that's one of the worst prisons. One of my homeboys just got killed in there. In Beaumont. So that's like one of the worst prisons that I know of in Texas. But the way Boosie described Angola was like on Life, the movie Life, where say y'all are picking cotton.
That's
got
Angola.
a white guy with a gun on.
That's Angola.
Really?
Yeah, you ain't got the white guy on the horse no more. It's blacks.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how was that experience for you? So that's you going back. Go ahead.
When you speak on Beaumont, that's federal. Bloody Beaumont is federal. So that's why it's a difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay. But how was it? You know, you always hear about your ancestors picking cotton, this and that. How was your experience picking cotton and kind of working? From my understanding, like you have to work for every day in that.
I didn't have to do as much work as other guys used to have to work because I used to use my size up. Like I was too small, I couldn't do this. The free man would be like, oh man, that's a little man, you can't be doing all this and that. And the free man used to give me a pass all the time. So I got out a lot of work behind my size. Yeah, they got them tools cutting down trees and all that. I'm acting like the tool too heavy. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, the tool bigger than him. So I mean, oh, you just get on that water bucket or you pick the trash up. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know, you said that you were in there and you were working on that death row unit.
Yeah.
And you talking to these guys who killed their families. What are some of the worst things that you've heard while helping and working with them? And did you see a difference in them that you saw in regular population inmates?
Yeah, they don't talk too much. Those guys, they barely talk. They quiet, you know. And you know, they smart too. A lot of them valedictorians and stuff like that, wealthy family, that's where they come from. And a lot of them been molested as a child. Yeah, a lot of them. And serial killers and rapers like Derek Lee, man, it was cool, you know. Yeah.
You and who?
Derek Lee, that was a serial rapist.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
black guy from Baton Rouge.
How was he? You know, was he a cool dude besides all that?
He was cool to me, but a lot of people ain't like him because he always gave the police a lot of problems, and people ain't like that by him giving the police. He always complained a lot about everything. You know, if you bring his food, it's cold, he gonna say something about it. Most dudes will just take their food and eat it. You know, it's cold, You know, because they get royal treatment on that road. Mm. Oh yeah, when the inmates say something, they gonna listen.
So royal treatment. So you know, dive into that a little bit more. So if you're on death row, if you say something, they actually listen compared to the
because you have all these attorneys come and visit you all the time. They know, them attorneys don't play them.
And what's some of the worst things that you heard from one of those death row inmates that they've done?
Well, I know a guy, man, it was cool. He killed his whole family, blew the head off. Mm-hmm. Grandma, all of them. Then I was in a cell with a guy who killed his mother and her boyfriend because he had a relationship with his mother. Mm. The guy had a relationship with his mother, and when his mama got a boyfriend, he killed both of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They were white guys, dude, but I mean.
And tell me this: